It's your boy ConcertViz34, and today I want to take a break from talking about music and talk about some sports. It's opening day in baseball, March 29th, 2018. I want to talk about how I think opening day, going to the game, paying money for it, taking the day off, paying for parking and food, is one of the most overrated events in baseball. That's not to say you can't be excited to watch your team play baseball again. I just think the whole opening day hustle, and I think it is a pretty big hustle, is something that is very overrated in sports. Now, I love baseball. I go to baseball more than any other sport. One of the reasons it's more affordable than hockey or basketball or football, where I will easily pass up games because of pricing and try to get to maybe one of those games or two of those games a year in nice seats, and then that's it. Baseball, I'll sit in the bleachers, I'll sit between the bases, I'll sit mid-level. I go to usually about 3 or 4 games minimum a year, if not more, and I always fit in a Yankees-Red Sox game out there at Fenway Park rocking my blue. So I love baseball. That's what I want to put as a preface. I'm not just trying to hate on baseball or trash it. I just think opening day is overrated in the value, the price you're paying for tickets and to get out there and to take time off work, to me, isn't worth it based on the product that you're getting. So let's first talk about the product you're getting. You're getting players fresh off of spring training. Now, while they're healthy, hitters still need to get into a little bit of stride, unless you're my boy Stanton, who hit a home run on his first at bat, and the dude out there for the Cubs who actually got a home run. So I guess today they proved me wrong, but still, these players still need to hit their stride. They need to still be warmed up. It takes weeks, if not months, for certain players to be fully at the best they can be for baseball. It's a long season for that reason. Same with pitchers. They have to get used to being in the rotation, throwing at full speed, even though they've been through spring training. So to me, the product you get day one isn't that good. Let's talk about the conditions. Now, down south, yeah, I'm sure you guys got great weather. Out there on the West Coast, you guys, again, got great weather. But up here in the Northeast, outside of the dome stadiums like the Rogers Center, the conditions lead for worse baseball. Now, I love outdoor hockey, playing pond hockey. I run outside in 10-degree weather for 5 or 6 miles. But when I'm going to pay money, pay for parking, pay for food at the concessions, I don't want to be out there and it's 30 degrees. I've actually been to games for Yankees Red Sox in April, and it was literally 40, 35 degrees, and it's horrible for baseball. I love cold football games, but for baseball, it's not desirable, and the play is less. When you don't have that warm air carrying the ball, when you don't have the warm air to help those pitchers throw a little bit faster. To me, the conditions here up in the Northeast, up in the Midwest, depending on where you are, you're not going to get the best game. And many times we've seen some snow for some of the opening days here in the northern part of the country. So again, you're paying all this money and it makes snow. I mean, it's overpriced. And really, that's the next thing, is the price you pay for opening day versus literally the next game that happens, whether they take a day off like some teams do, they take a day off and they play again in 2 days, you're going to get a much better deal to see the same exact team play. Now, sure, the top pitchers pitch on opening day, so the number ones for both teams are going to go. But really, I mean, the number 2 pitcher for each team, they may be equally as good, and they just want the veteran to start off, or they're only a notch down. And really, baseball is not just about the pitching, it's about the hitting. The same hitters, for the most part, are there game 2, because it's just so early in the season. They're not benching players or resting players. So to me, it's just you wait the next day, you wait 2 days later, and the value of the tickets, as far as how much you're going to pay less. So why overpay for opening day when literally if you wait 1 more day or 2 more days, you don't have to take off from work because it's the weekend, and then you get a ticket that's much cheaper. And really, that's the biggest thing. The biggest hustle about opening day is having people pay full price for tickets that they normally wouldn't pay that for, just to see every player announced, just to see them all line up and have a nice little grand opening for the year. Who cares? There's 81 home games to me. The first game doesn't matter unless there's a ring ceremony. And even me, I've never been to a ring ceremony as a Yankees fan. We've had plenty of those since I was born in 1990. But unless it's that, I can understand people going there. You want to see the ring ceremony with the Cubs first one, the Sox who got their one in '04 for the first time in a while. So I get those special events. But other than that, the rest of the teams, you're not celebrating anything. You didn't win the World Series. What is the point of overpaying to see that first game? Oh, remember when they announced every player and they had the ribbons and the people out on the field with decorative flags? Like, who remembers that? No. The baseball memories I have are actual in-game experiences. Now, sometimes they're memories of in the stands or at a concession. Someone gave me a free pizza because I was a cute kid, whatever. Like, stuff like that I get. Those are moments that do matter as well with family and friends. But to me, the games I remember are the awesome comebacks by my Yankees at Fenway. Or even some of the games we blew leads versus the Sox and it stung so hard driving all the way on the Mass Pike back to Connecticut. To me, the best memories are in rivalry games and in games you go to later in the year that the #1 team in the league is coming to your ballpark, so you go out and boo them. Or Bryce Harper's coming to town and you want to go see your team take a good swing at striking him out. Those are the games that I like going to, the games that have a little bit of a backstory and significance. Not the first game of the year where you don't know how every team's going to be, because baseball has a lot of parity. Teams can pay, like the Red Sox, all this money in the world and still choke in the first round. And of course, I had to give my shout out against the Red Sox. And Chris Sale sailed away, should we say? And then when they played the Astros. But anyway, all digs aside, I just think that baseball is better mid-season and late season. I've been to early games. I've been to games even that weren't opening day in April, early April, and to me, it's not worth the price of going to see a midsummer baseball game and just the excitement and feeling of those games. No matter who's at the stadium, to me, those are the best games. Another thing, and maybe I'll make another video about this, but one thing I'm noticing from a venue standpoint, and we have concerts at Concert Viz 34, we have concerts at these venues from time to time. These venues are being built up with publicly funded money, and they're not selling out. I mean, Atlanta had a game. This is year 2. Year 1, they were all sorts of green seats. I mean, they could superimpose graphics on the TV broadcast with how empty some of those games were. But year 2, they don't sell out. I mean, maybe they'll announce a sellout, but I'm looking at my boy Empty Seats Galore. Shout out to Empty Seats Galore, because he always is pointing out these fan bases that are fed up with going to games. But they didn't. Looks like they're green a little here and there. This is year 2 of a brand new park. As a Yankees fan, at times, we're priced out of these nice seats, and they're empty in the lower levels and the upper levels. And you look at Miami, and my boy Jeter, he is dropping the ball. He's striking out at the plate. Jeter is not managing the Marlins well. He also bombed in an in-game interview, with some of his responses to answers. He's very tone deaf right now. And again, Jeter is one of my favorite baseball players ever that I actually got a chance to see. But I mean, he is not doing good as in ownership, and the fans are only getting angrier with every comment and every press conference. He's really got to do something to turn it around. And then let's look at Tampa Bay, and they brag about a sellout, even though it's all Red Sox fans there. Same with the Marlins. They brag about a sellout. It's a lot of Cubs fans. These teams, they got to do better PR-wise, and maybe you see more teams start doing the Baltimore Orioles new tactic, and they're letting some kids come in for free in the upper levels for select weekday games. So what do you guys think? If you're baseball fans, definitely like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, whether you agree or disagree. Otherwise, this is your boy Concert Viz 34. I am out, and hope everyone enjoys baseball. But don't forget about the playoffs for hockey and basketball, because to me, the MLB season doesn't start until the playoffs are over for hockey and basketball. All right, take care, guys.